What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Beardson Beardly here. And today I thought we would take a look at the year 2025 in gaming because it's sucked already. It's not been good. It's been terrible, actually. Between what, Avowed and Civ 7 and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, it's starting off to be a real banner year in video games yet again. I mean, look, I don't need to hide my feelings about how I feel about the modern state of gaming, but hey, maybe there's some things coming out this year that aren't total crap, right? I mean, let's take a look. Let's see what's going on. I'm not going to name, obviously, every video game coming out this year because that would take forever. And also, I'll just be honest. Like, every time I talk about modern gaming now, there's always like somebody, but Beardson, you gotta check out indie games. I'm not playing indie games. I'm not doing it. Indie games, okay, they're fine. I don't hate them, but I'm not going through every freaking indie game that comes out and playing. It's just not happening, okay? If it's not big enough to catch my attention, then it's not worth my time, okay? That's the way that I feel about it. But we're going to talk about 2025 in gaming, what we have to look forward to, and let's just get into it. First up, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah, okay, so look, I am not the biggest Assassin's Creed fan. I never really have been, to be honest with you. I liked Black Flag. That was a really good one with the pirates and the ships and the fighting and the combat, but I've just never been an Assassin's Creed guy, and this game looks even worse. It looks terrible. I was already kind of thrown off by Assassin's Creed Valhalla when they were like, hey, go burn down these Christian churches. I was like, okay, weird. I don't really want to do that, so I just didn't play the game. But this one, they have made the main protagonist a black guy for some reason. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, because they hate white people. But they made him a black guy, Yasuke, or whatever. That's weird, right? And then the other option that you have for main character is a lady, a girl. Here's the thing: people have wanted an Assassin's Creed game made and set in like feudal Japan for a long time, like probably like a decade, if not longer. And we finally got it, and you gotta play as a black guy or a girl, and it's just really that sucks, to be honest with you, because I would have been pretty hyped for an Assassin's Creed game in feudal Japan. I like the setting quite a bit. I'm a big fan of the samurai, but nah, I'm good. This sucks, and it's going to tank. It's already been delayed several times already, and I think it's going to flop miserably, as it should. And I think that this will probably be the game that hopefully and ultimately puts a stake through the heart of Ubisoft and gets rid of them forever, because it sucks. Speaking of DEI samurai games, Ghosts of Yutai. Again, like, what are we doing, man? Like, what is this? I loved Ghost of Tsushima. Like, that game was an incredible game. I loved it, dude. Loved it. 10 out of 10, honestly. Like, a perfect game, in my opinion. I didn't even bother to play the DLC. I heard the DLC kind of sucked, but I loved that game. And when they announced that they were making a sequel, it's like, oh man, tight. Okay, cool, let's go. I'm in. And then I saw that you have to play as a girl, a lesbian with like half her head shaved. And I'm like, man, I'm out. I'm out. People say like this is like a petty thing. Like, oh, just play the game. Who cares? Oh, you can't like jerk off to the main character. Like, it's not even about that, dude. I don't want to play as a lesbian. Okay, I don't want to do it. I don't think that I have to. Why do I have to? Why? This is a feudal Japan samurai game. Like, what are we doing? And look, I'm sure the game itself will be fine, but I'm putting my foot down. I'm not playing it. I'm just refused. I don't need to play this game. I'll just go back and play through Ghost of Tsushima again. I don't want to play as a half-shaved head lesbian girl, and I don't think that anyone else should want to either. So, pass. Big pass for me on that one. Up next, WWE 2K25. I really like the WWE 2K games, actually. I'm a big wrestling fan, and I think last year's iteration of the franchise was awesome. This one's going to be even better because they're going to have intergender wrestling, which is coming back to wrestling games. I think the last game was SmackDown versus Raw 2009. You were able to do that. So, yeah, the first thing that I'm doing when I buy this game, and I will be buying this, is, loading up a Hell in a Cell match with, like, me as The Undertaker or Kane and, like, Stephanie McMahon, and I will be throwing her off the top through the announcer's table, Mick Foley style. And that's enough of a reason for me to buy it anyways. Like, I'm intergender wrestling's back. I'm in. I'm sold. Anyways, next. The last Berserker Khazan. I don't know, man. I don't really know what to say about this game, to be honest with you. It looks fine. It looks okay. It's just, there's this sort of style of game now, and there's a couple of games on this list that are like this. Well, another one. I purposely left out all of them, but it seems like a new genre of game where it's like, look, I'm all for the third-person action adventure game coming back, but can we like just make them look like interesting and unique? Like I often harken back to like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta as like the gold standard of this genre, right? Because they had like a unique visual style with unique characters and interesting mechanics that I thought kind of stood out. And it's like now all of these games kind of to me just look like generic anime slop, and I'm not hating on anime or whatever. It's fine. I like me some Hunter x Hunter, but I'm not like a big anime guy. And it just seems like all of these games kind of have the same sort of style to them. So, I mean, it could be a good game, but it's just for me personally, it's a pass. Okay, what's next? South of Midnight. Yeah, again, like, what do we do? What is this exactly? Like, I'm playing as a magical black girl in the bayou. Like, what? Who's this for exactly? You know what I mean? I genuinely, I've seen this game at like every single like Summer Games Fest, Game Awards style trailer show, and every time I see it, I can't imagine who the target demographic for this game is. Like who I don't know. Who is this for? Like what is this? Anyway, I don't know. Pass. Like I don't care about this at all, and I don't know anybody that is excited about it at all. It's just it feels like a tax write-off. Like doesn't games like this, when you see them, you're just like, oh man, somebody's getting scammed. It's us, the taxpayer, because this is just like gonna be a big tax write-off. They probably got like a bunch of federal grants and USAID money to make this, and then we have to pay for it. We don't even have to play the game. We're paying for it with our taxes, our tax dollars. So, yeah, I don't know why this exists, but yeah, big hard pass. Anyways, Slay the Spire 2. This is my most spoiler. Like, this is my most anticipated game of this year. I know I was kind of ragging on indie games earlier. Slay the Spire is the greatest video game ever made. Like, I love that game so much. I've across all platforms, I probably have over like 5,000 hours into Slay the Spire. I am big into card games. I like roguelikes, and no other game. There's been like a few other games that I have enjoyed in this sort of genre. Like obviously Balatro is really fun. Monster Train was a pretty good one, but like none of them compare to Slay the Spire, in my opinion. Slay the Spire is great, and the trailer for Slay the Spire 2 looked awesome. It kind of sucks that they're launching it in early access. Like, I'm tired of, you know, early access everything. Just like, how about you just make the game and release it, dude? You know, how about that? But you know what, man? I don't care if I get to play Slay the Spire 2 early. I'm in day one. Like, this is a day one buy for me, and I hope that it doesn't suck. I don't think that it will, but I don't know. I mean, it's been like 7 years too since these people have made a game. I don't know if they've just been working on Slay the Spire 2 the entire time, but like I don't know, man. Hire more people. Like, hurry it up. Like, why? It's a fucking 2D card game. Like, can you speed it up a little bit? To be honest, I don't know why it takes these people so long to make games. But you know, either way, hey, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for Slay the Spire 2. I think it's gonna be dope, and my most anticipated game of the year. Lost Souls aside, again, kind of like generic anime 3D action game slop. Nothing really, like, I don't know, visually interesting or unique about it, in my opinion. And I don't know, it probably won't be a bad game. There's nothing to say about it. Like, you know, like, what is there? Like, if I worked for like IGN or something and I had to write about this game, I would resign. You know, I wouldn't know what to say about it. I'm sure it's probably not going to be like a bad game or anything, but it's just slop, you know. So anyways, next, moving on, Doom the Dark Ages. I love the Doom games. Doom 2016 was awesome. The Doom Eternal was awesome, very good. The DLC for Doom Eternal was awesome, and I'm pretty hyped for this. However, I have reservations. I do. I think possibly this could be the miss. I don't know what it is. And like, I can't really explain it because even the trailers look pretty cool, right? Like, you're riding a dragon, you got a shield and everything. I don't know why. I just got like a gut feeling that this is going to be like the worst entry in the series. And I desperately hope that I'm wrong. And I really have nothing to base that off of other than just like my gamer intuition. You know, I'm 36, so I've been around for a hot minute. And I just tend to have like a good feeling about these things, you know, a good sense that I feel like this game's gonna be like, I feel like it's not gonna be like a bad game, but it's gonna be like an 8 out of 10, you know? I hope that I'm wrong. Either way, I'm gonna be playing it. I'm pretty hyped for it, but I don't know, man. It looks cool, but I can't just shake this feeling that, like, you know, they're gonna mess it up. But I could be wrong. Hopefully I am. Because the game looks awesome. It's you know what it is? It's leaning into like Reddit territory now. You know, it's like, what if like there was like a dragon and then like you know, like very like quirky vibes going on with it. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope that I'm wrong. I'm really excited for it. I hope that it's good. I'm just a hater. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe this is just exposing the fact that I'm a bitter, dumb, old man and I can't enjoy things anymore. But, you know, I think the game industry really made me this way. You can't blame me. It's the games industry's fault. So, I don't know. Hope I'm wrong. Hope the game's awesome. I think it'd be cool. Next, Atomfall. I don't really know much about this one, to be honest with you. It looks very much like, you know, a Stalker, Bioshock kind of game. Honestly, it reminds me of Atomic Hearts a lot. Which Atomic Hearts was okay. It was interesting. I didn't finish it. I got pretty far into it, but I didn't finish it. But you know, if it's as good as Atomic Hearts, I think that would be fine. I do miss like first-person narrative games. You know, like, dude, I love Bioshock. Like I've played through Bioshock 1 probably a dozen times, and I never get sick of it. I love that game so much. I miss games like that. I miss like the first-person sort of narrative adventure, single-player first-person shooter games. We need to bring those back. Those are good, and it sucks that genre has kind of died, you know. But I hope that Atomfall is good. It's gonna be on Game Pass, so I'll probably just play it on there. But yeah, it looks interesting, you know. that's that's really all I can say about it. Hope that it's good and it looks interesting. I'll probably play it. Anyways, next, moving on. Borderlands 4. Who is excited for this? Like, can I be like who still plays Borderlands, man? I don't know. I've never been a big Borderlands fan. Like, Borderlands 2 is like a fun game with friends. I'm not gonna hate on that. But I didn't even realize for like the longest time that there even was a Borderlands 3, because I've heard nobody talk about it. Obviously the writing in these games is awful. It's like, I mean, probably, arguably, I'd say like the worst writing in any video game, right? Even in 2, like, I don't know. It was just terrible. Very, like, Marvel movie, quirky soy millennial style writing. You know what I mean? Can't stand it. I don't know. I don't want to listen to these people like chirping in my head while I'm playing a game. And also, too, it's a boring concept. It's Diablo with guns. And I feel like they just haven't done anything. It looks like, I mean, dude, if you were to put like Borderlands 3 and Borderlands 4 and Borderlands 2 like side by side, I would fail the taste test. If there was like a blind taste test, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one is which. Other than it seems like the characters get more and more diverse, it seems like, as the series goes on. So, there's that. But I don't know who's excited for this. I don't know who plays these anymore. But if you do, there you go. It's going to suck, though. And I'm giving it a big pass. Metal Gear Solid 3, Delta. I'm hyped for this. I love Metal Gear Solid. It's my favorite game franchise in the entire world. I've spent countless hours on V, reading the conspiracy theories and going over the lore before Metal Gear Solid 4 came out. And I'm really, I think Metal Gear Solid 3 is probably one of, if not the greatest video games ever made, in my opinion. Like, that's just one of my favorites. If my favorite video game of all time, Earthbound second, probably Metal Gear Solid 3, man. I love it. It's a perfect game. And I hope they don't mess it up at all. I think that everything looks good. I remember I was pissed because the boss looked really ugly, and then they're like, hey, we'll fix it. And then they did, and she looks fine now. So, genuinely hope that this is good. I've got really high hopes for it. They've been making it for a while. And I'm glad that they're remaking 3. I hope that this maybe will mean that they'll remake some other games in the series too, like 1 and 2 and 4. I hope they remake all of them. If this one's good and it sticks. I'm usually like a very against like this remaster remake culture. But I feel like the Metal Gear games deserve it. They deserve a new audience, especially considering that, they're not going to make any new ones that are worth a shit. So, just re-release them. It's fine. Please don't make Metal Gear Survive again. Like, that's what it is. Like, just don't make Metal Gear Survive again. If you got to make remakes, just do remakes, But don't do Metal Gear Survive again. That was terrible. So, yeah, I'm hyped. Elden Ring, Nightreign. This looks cool. I'm interested, kind of. I'll say this, like, I'm burnt out of the Souls games. I have been playing the Souls games before they were popular, and I'm not saying that to be like a hipster, although I mean I am, because I bought Demon Souls for the PS3 on launch. Okay, like before anybody knew about it, because I had a friend and he had played the Korean version of it, because you could do that. He was telling me about it. I was like, I'll pick it up from the PS3. There's nothing to play on the PS3, so whatever. And so I got the launch edition copy, which I still have, so I can flex on people. Like, I've literally been playing this series since the beginning. And same with Dark Souls and all that. I'm burnt out, though. I've played every single one of the FromSoft Souls games, and I've had a great time with all of them. But even like Elden Ring, man, when it came out, I was just fatigued. I was like, I bought the collector's edition with the statue and everything, and I was like, It took me like a year to beat it, because I was just burnt out, I don't know. It's the same with the Yakuza series too. Like, I love those games, but I'm just burnt out. They just keep releasing them. There's not much difference in the gameplay style of them, really, other than like Sekiro and Bloodborne. Like, give us more like that, because Sekiro is my favorite. I think my favorite Souls game. I think that's my favorite one. I love that one so much. But Yeah, I mean, this looks cool though. It looks like they're kind of making it more like a roguelike, which is, I think that works pretty well. I mean, I'm probably gonna pick it up. Like, I'm sitting here complaining, like, you know, for based off of personal preference, but I'll probably pick this up, especially with like online co-op too. Not that I have like any friends to play this with, but you know, it looks cool. I think it could be fun, and they're adding like old bosses from the Souls games previously in the franchise too. So I don't know. This could be something kind of unique, and it's like $40 too. So you know, hey, whatever. I'm in. Fine. Death Stranding 2. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm buying this. Like I know a lot of people like to complain about like Death Stranding. It's like it's a like walking simulator, and it is a walking simulator. But like it's like a walking simulator in the sense that like it's like, you know, Euro Truck Driver is like a driving simulator. Like, it's like a real like walking simulator, dude. Like I don't know. I find that interesting. You know, navigating terrain and sort of the freedom that the game allows you to tackle these sort of problems of how do I get past this? How do I get here? You know, just kind of figure it out. I think Death Stranding 1 was awesome. The story was good. The setting, the music, everything about it. I really loved that game quite a bit. Again, bought the like special edition of it because it's Kojima and I love Kojima. And Kojima will literally never let me down ever. He has never failed me ever. He's never released a bad game ever in his entire life. And I love him, and he's the best ever. So I'm buying Death Stranding 2. And also, there's hot chicks in it. And knowing Kojima, you know, bro, you know, he was scanning them feet, bro. So I'm in. I am in. Okay? I'm in only for, you know, high quality, detailed, you know, 3D printed feet. Like, I'm in. Like, let's go. It's going to be a 10 out of 10. I'm excited. Now this one's kind of a TBA. I don't know if this one's actually going to come out this year, but I suspect that it will. Metroid Prime 4. I'm unbelievably hyped for this game. I've been hyped for it since they announced it when the Switch basically first launched. And I followed the development of this game for a very long time because I think Metroid Prime, the first one, is... when I say greatest games of all time, I have to include it in that list. It's a perfect game, and it's a franchise that like really shouldn't work, but it totally does. And I'm a big fan of the whole series. I didn't really like 3 that much, admittedly, but that was partially just due to the Wii controls. And I know they have like a version of it where you can just play it with a controller. And I wish. They would just re-release 2 and 3 on the Switch, too. Like, just go ahead and give us those to buy us over. You gave us 1, and that was awesome. 2's really good, too. Like, 2's right up there with the first one. And 3, I'd like to give another shot. So they need to re-release those. But I'm hyped for this because I think this is probably going to be a Switch 2 launch title. That's what I suspect. I imagine... Switch 2 will probably launch in like November or October, and they'll you know they're gonna put it right on the launch because they gotta have like a big game to launch with the Switch 2, and they're not gonna have a new Zelda because they just came out with Tears of the Kingdom like 2 years ago. So I doubt they've made another Zelda in that meantime. Even though it's kind of like been a tradition, you know, for the past couple. Nintendo system launches, but I think a Metroid Prime 4 makes a whole lot of sense to me. And it's, you know, originally it wasn't supposed to be Retro Studios making it, but again, they had development troubles. They brought them back in, and now they're back on it, and they're redesigning the game from the scratch up, and I'm hyped for this. I want to see it, I want to play it, and I can't wait for it. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped for Metroid Prime 4. Okay, and then, you know, last but not least, because we're approaching like 30 minutes here. I didn't mean for this video to be that long, but whatever, it's fine. GTA 6. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, what's to say? I'm buying it, you know? Everyone on the sun, under the planet Earth is buying it, dude. Everybody, every human being. Like, dude, society is going to shut down when this game comes out. Peace on Earth will be achieved when GTA 6 comes out. It is probably the most anticipated media entertainment product ever, and it's probably going to sell more copies than there are human beings on the planet, and the company that makes it is going to probably have, you know, a higher GDP than than China, you know. I you know, say what you will, but you know, about Rockstar's release cadence, I don't think they've ever made a bad game, really. You know, they may be a game that you didn't like, but I don't think that they've ever put out a bad game ever. And I wish they made more games, you know. I wish they made games faster, but they don't, because, and that's every game studio too. And just nobody knows how to make a game anymore, apparently, that doesn't take 5 years to make. But yeah, this is going to be dope, and I'm excited. And, you know, people are like, oh, it's going to go woke, or blah, blah, blah. Dan Houser's not working there anymore. Like, okay, yeah, no, I know, but it's still gonna be awesome, and you're coping. I'm sorry, you're coping if you don't think GTA 6 is gonna be an incredible game. So, yeah, I'm pumped. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but hopefully it comes out this year. And yeah, that'll be really the only thing to look forward to. So, yeah, that's kind of my curated list of games coming out in 2025. It's not great. There's a couple things I'm looking forward to. Obviously, you know, WWE, Slay the Spire, and Metal Gear Solid, Death Stranding, Metroid Prime, GTA 6. And then there's just a lot of slop coming out, and there's more. And I'm sure there's probably tons of games that I've missed. And hey, please let me know if you're excited about something that didn't make the list. Let me know. Maybe I'll check it out, because I can't see absolutely everything. You know, there's a ton of stuff that I looked over that I was like, I just don't even know what to say about it. So let me know your thoughts. What are you excited for? And what are you playing? Are you playing new games? You playing old games? Let me know in the comments. Join the Discord. There's a link in the description, and become a member on the channel to become a super PP guy in the Discord. And we hang out every Friday night. We play games, and we watch stuff together with all the members, and we just have like a good time, and it's fun. So you should become a member on the channel, watch my live streams here, and give me money. Just give me a ton of money, because I need to make a video. I was gonna make a video on the Wii U, but I can't find one, and now they're like $200. So I'm not making that kind of money yet to just drop $200 on a game console for one video. So I thought they were cheap. I didn't think anybody liked these things. Apparently they do. So anyways, like, subscribe, comment. Love you guys. Bye.